All right, majority of you have been wanting a huge Duel Power update. Robbie, are you poor? Like, are you ever doing this again? Absolutely, we are. This isn't going to be a video. It's going to be like, I told you guys. So, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Robbie, you're fucking stupid for spending that much money. Could have bought a car. Cars don't make you money. That's not how it works. You're actually inherently going neg on that investment. But, no, what do I know? So let's dig on into another discussion on how are we doing on Duel Power. Alright, so the big question is, are we heading towards breaking even? Yes, we are. At this point I've calculated, I still have 4 unopened cases sitting aside. We'll probably bust those open for fucking shittles at some point. But here's the thing. We've made about $10,000 back on about $14,900 for an investment for everything. So that's the hard paperwork there. That's the big thing I wanted to say. Now, something that people need to understand on an investment like this, and this, I don't get what is so hard to understand about this, but the penny stocks are where you make your money. Those 25-cent, 35-cent cards, people are going to order because you have that one card. And this shouldn't really be strange to anybody here. So here's the thing. I have been bought out of some of the most ridiculous cards. And I'm still sitting on a good chunk of imperms. I think we still have like 40 left. They've gone down to 34 at this point. I kind of expected that at this point, honestly. So we got ye old trusty laptops. So what's going on here with buyouts? Where are we at? What's going on? I believe in the last video we did this, I talked about some of these as well. So we sold out of Aurora Mage Jasmine, the base copy, 184 copies of those, straight gone. All right, all went to one seller. I believe this sale was probably somewhere about $1,000, if I recall correctly. They also bought out Rosemary and Aromatherapy Jasmine. 174 copies of Jasmine, 180 copies of Rosemary. Gone. Just, I don't have to deal with them anymore. Now, Chaos Max sold out at 154 copies, $1.50 each. Those are probably going to go up. Kind of the thing that you run the risk of with things like this is you do want to hold on to some of these things. And others, you're going to get rewarded for. The big reward for me was Bond Between Teacher and Student. Sold 164 copies at $5 each. Now they're down to like 4. Alright, like, the people that buy in large bulk are, once again, they see that you have so many of them, they're willing to go in and just buy them all. Crowley's I sold out of at dollars. I don't really feel bad about that. I think those have started to go down, actually. That's perfectly fine. Crystal Wings, 169 copies at $1.75. Gone. Those are heading towards the $2 mark at this point. I don't really care about that. Honestly, that doesn't really shock me either way. It was just kind of something that was like, eh. Now, what else got bought up? Sold out of 331 Eternal Souls at 55 cents a piece. That made me really happy, actually. Considering the fact that Dark Magician support's kind of been like floating around a little bit. I was a bit indifferent about that, but we did it. Another big win was 361 copies of Patchwork at quarters, and I've seen these have gone down even more. But once again, a bulk buyer sees 361 copies. He's like, you fucking know what? For this amount of money, I'm going to take the risk. If they go up to 50 cents, I double my money. And I understand that mentality. We've done this. I did that on Time Lords. Papa won, you know. That was pretty good. So I don't really mind that. Selling out of Ghost Reapers at $1.75 either didn't bother me. Like, we sold 183 copies of those. Like, sure. Like, Reaper's been reprinted so many times. It is what it is at this point. Like, now, one that intrigued me the most was I sold out of Gold and Silver Gadget. Sold out of 337 copies of Gold Gadget. That's an interesting one because the Gadget guy is right here. And the Gadget guy don't know what the fuck is going on with that buyout. But once again, you see that level of investment, you're like, fuck it, I can afford this. Just because me or you or anybody else that might be watching this video is like, oh, I don't want to play that investment, doesn't mean that somebody out there doesn't want to. And that's fine, that's how this works. Sold out of Harpy Dancers, 184 copies, 50 cents a piece. Yeah, I'll take it. High Priestess is also sold out, 177 copies at 60 cents. That one has a chance to go up. I believe she's only got, 3 printings at the moment? So, that can kind of float along. Magician of Chaos sold out at $5 a copy on that. That also made me... That and Bond were, the 2 craziest ones to me. I was just like, holy actual shit. Those were being targeted for buyout day 1. I'm just like, wow. I still can't believe that. And, we got rewarded for it immensely. That's crazy to me. Now, we have things like Naturia Beast kind of floating on the back burner at the moment. And that... See, Natty Beast will probably be something that's going to be bought out at some point because, the cards are very good. And that's kind of just something I saw here. I was like, oh, that's really good. All right. Protoplant Orthoscorpios got bought out from me. Brilliant Fusion's at 1. I don't see that one going up anytime soon. I was just happy to get rid of that. That's a little bit too much for me. Sold out of 307 silver gadgets. That was the number for that. Another big win was 823. That's right, 823 Stardust Dragons at $1.25 each. Think about that. That was good. Now, a lot of people are like, well, should have probably held on to the Stardust. They're going to go up. And while I agree with you that they will probably eventually head towards the $2 mark, there's no foreseeable reason to hold on to them at this point. You're doing just better off dumping everything at this point, recouping, and you're doing absolutely fine. We're 2/3 of the way done. Fuck it. We're on the home stretch here, Toon Dark Magician Girls got bought out. 350 copies. Look at there. See, that's bulk. I had somebody commenting on my video that was like, Robbie, you should burn your bulk. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want to lose money? I've got somebody was messaging me about Divine Serpent Yeah, and then I don't know if I just fell off or if they just stopped messaging me or something like that. They had an interest of it. It's why would I burn that? It's $80. Go burn your own bulk. Yeah, shoot. Go make your own penny worthless investments. Yeah. We're not burning that shit today. So, yeah, those look like to be everything that's kind of been floating around. Zalborg and the Mega Monarch is falling. There's been a lot of interesting, falls in this set. Immortal Phoenix is another one that I was looking at as an interest because it was we've seen cards like Immortal Phoenix, those anime-esque collector's cards. Why do you think Bond Between Teacher and Student and Magician of Black Chaos were getting bought out? Those iconic cards, you've always wondered why cards like Red Eyes are a pain in the fucking leg to acquire. It's because of the collector's market. We're a small scope of the player base. We're the competitive side. It doesn't matter two fucking shits what me or you want, alright? There are cards out there that are going to be worth infinitely more, not because of the competitive player base, because little Timmy and little Susie want to collect stuff. That scrub at your locals that you keep calling a scrub, who has all those Red Eyes cards, yeah, you're fucking an asshole for doing that, first up. But he's probably going to win the lottery, much like everybody did that was, a casual player that had Blue Eyes back in the day. Look how that investment came to fruition. The people that love and support these anime decks are the ones that are able to get into the competitive scene because, they took a leap of faith on their anime deck. Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Harpies, max rarity, Mermail, max rarity, Madolche, all of these players that have enjoyed these decks, they've been rewarded in this day and age, and it's absolutely disgusting. Ancient Gears, fucking classic example. tunes, you know, all these collector's cards, these anime theme decks have gone up, and it's because the collector's market is just superior to anything else in the market. And, you know, it doesn't make sense to me, but, you know, that's a discussion for another day. So that's status on what's going on with Duel Power. About where I want to be at this point. I'm not disappointed. You know, we'll recoup once the rest of the imperm sell. I mean, I just got to close the gap on a couple things, and we did it. Like, it doesn't matter. We're going hella hard on Megatens. You all can look forward to that. Can't wait to spend 16 grand on that. Deuces, guys. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.